Hello everyone and welcome. We are here, we are live, we are ready to go, and we are once again in Kerbal Space Program, picking up right where we left off at the conclusion of the last stream with the crew of the Horizon. This is our brand new SSTO. This is our inaugural crew, Deluxe. William C., Roland, and Valentina. They flew up in this thing at the conclusion of the last stream, and their goal is to go to Minmus. Unfortunately, their vessel for going to Minmus is this one, the Cerberus 2, and if you look here, it is very, very low on fuel, doesn't have enough fuel to get to Minmus, and the station itself is very, very low on fuel. So we're going to have to, well, send up some fuel here before these folks can get on their way. And also on their way to Minmus, if we take over here and take a look at the top right, got a couple of maneuvers coming up. They are for station modules that are on their way up to Minmus, that this crew is going to rendezvous with as well, and dock and hopefully get down to the surface, though I've yet to develop a lander for that. And that's all in service of the 4 contracts we see here. We have plant a flag on Minmus, straightforward enough. Science data from space around Minmus, also pretty straightforward. Build a new orbital station around Minmus, that's why these modules are on their way there. I am a little bit concerned about one of the components of this, which is that the facility has to support at least 7 Kerbals. I was counting this vessel, which can hold 4, but I don't think this vessel can count towards the total because this vessel was launched before I accepted this contract. However, I do have a lander that I still have to build and send up. So if the lander, because it will be new, will count towards that total. So I just want to double check everything and make sure when all is said and done that parameter will go green. It's green right now only because the station meets that parameter, but I'm worried that the other stuff I'm setting up won't. And finally, there is the gather surface deployed mystery goo observation science from the surface of Minmus, so we are going to go down and do a landing. But in the meantime, these folks aren't going anywhere until we send up some fuel, so I think I'm going to make that job number 1. So I'm going to go back to the Space Center and build ourselves a little bit of a fuel barge. Hello, Muncha Crunch. Welcome. And we'll just go in here into the vehicle assembly. And while I'm here, I'm going to take a look at what I sent towards Minmus. So the 2 modules are, I think I called them both Minmus Station. Yeah, Minmus Station Core and Minmus Station Fuel Module. Minmus Station Core is this fella. Of course, most of this is simply the booster that's getting it there. So this is what's actually right now in orbit. So let's see, this holds 4. Oh, easy. This holds 6 all by itself. So, all right, I'm not really that worried. Okay, I'm not worried. Once I put the lander on there, clearly the lander will hold at least 1 Kerbal. That will put it over the top. One thing I am a bit concerned with is I think I may have replaced all of the 0.625 meter docking ports that were on here with 1.25 meter docking ports. Sure looks like on this that I did. I think I used to have 0.625 meter docking ports sitting here. Okay, might have to think about that. Because the Cerberus only has a 0.625 meter docking port. What does the fuel module have? Don't save this. Minmus Station fuel module. Again, most of this is just booster to get it into orbit. That's all this is. Okay, I gotta send up some 0.625 meter docking ports too. Didn't think that through, but that's hardly anything new for me. Of course I didn't think it through. Okay, let's go new. Don't save. Switch to here. No. Why did I do that? I don't know why I did that. Switch back to here. Open up Kerbal Station. This is, I have here written Kerbal Station Fuel Module. Okay. I gotta send up a fuel barge, and in order to do that, I gotta know how much fuel to send up. So that... Oh, really? This is... Heck. I could just send up this thing. Just send up this thing, dock with it. I think that's the simplest solution, isn't it? There's not much to this, is there? Let's see, Clampatron. I think I'm just gonna send this as it is. All right, let's. Just gonna bring up the old one here, and all we're gonna do. Don't like this black that comes on here sometimes, and it's just because if you pick, there, let's make it shiny. That's the coloring, texturing mod that I have installed. Oh. If I send this thing up only part... Okay, we're gonna No. I'm changing my mind. I'm just noticing this thing is only partially fueled. Probably because I only had crappy motors. I'm gonna design this. This is getting a redesign. This is gonna have a redesign. Yes, I can probably install a 1.25 meter docking port onto the Cerberus. Maybe that might be the best thing. I'm sort of in a transition, so I got to be a little careful. Let's throw, you know, because I got some stations with 0.625 meter docking ports and some stations with, you know, other things. So what I'm going to do, I just noticed this. I was just going to send it up again, but then I noticed this thing is only partially full, which makes no sense. We're gonna fully fuel that up. I'm also seeing it has... Oh, it does have monopropellant aboard. I'm sure that should be enough. If I take this... Not counting this fuel, it has 460... Okay, okay. Let's see if we can improve the size of this booster here a little bit. So do I have a better engine I could put on the bottom? Cheetah's a good one, right? Yeah. I'm gonna try and beef this up a little bit. I noticed the TWR was a little bit on the wussy side. Wouldn't mind this getting up to about 1,000. Definitely get it. Oh, let me do that. Back here. Just looking at the TWR, there's good. That's good, that's good. I like this. Okay, and what I'm going to do, since I've got all of these little, I'm going to make a little checkerboard out of this. And that, doesn't that look nice? We'll take that off. This away. This way. Go with what we had here originally. Okay, let's get RCS Build Aid involved. Here we go. Hit the button. Alright, and the little red one is my dry center of mass, and what I'm looking for is where the torque is. Actually, I think I have to move these down a little bit. No? That is more confusing than it's worth here. Why is that still going down? But then you would think, are these got funny thrust limiters on them? No, no. The same thruster blocks? Yes, yes. Then why does moving this down increase the torque? I don't know. This is set to the dry. You know what? I'm sure it's fine. Let's not worry about it. Turn that off. Do I have any reaction wheels? I do have these little guys. They probably should be enough. little bit of battery, a little bit of solar panel, a little bit of communication there. Don't need these lights. There we go. That's a fuel barge. Okay, now I just need to get this thing into orbit. So we will... Got a 1.875 meter decoupler. I think what I'll do is go bigger. I don't think it's going to need much to push this into orbit. Maybe skipper on the bottom of this. All right, what's that? That's not quite enough, and no, I need more. This thing's heavier than I thought. Okay, I do have bigger tanks. I do have... Oh, I don't have the Jumbo 64 yet. Okay, I'll just put 2 of these on then. I did invest in some beefy engines early on. There's the mainsail. Step it up. Okay, that'll do it. Could even do a little more. Let's see. That one. That's plenty. I mean, any extra fuel we can just keep around and, you know, build a fairing here and just keep it for continuing to refuel our vessels. Doesn't hurt to have extra fuel. Come on. Why is it being this way? Fine, be that way. And we will put a little nose cone on the top of this and a fairing too. So the... Oh, they look funny. One of these, put on the interstage nodes. That. There. And a nose cone on the top. Did you fully fill the top tank? Yes, I believe it is, and I turned it off too, so this fuel is not counted in that DV calculation. Which is kind of what I wanted. How am I fixed for reaction wheels? I wouldn't mind sticking on... I have this one. This is gimbaled. Should be okay. Should be okay. We'll find out. Small fins. I think that's about it. I don't think we need to spend a lot of time on this. Pretty simple build, and then we'll be able to send our crew on their way. Okay. I do want to set up some action groups. So on the gear action groups, we are deploying this fairing. We also need to deploy this fairing. And we need to undock that clampetron at the top. That should be good. We then no longer need this in the... No, it's this one. In our staging diagram. And anything else to hide away? I don't think so. On 0, do I have... Let's just deploy the antenna. Oh, I do have... I didn't realize... How did I get out? Did I upgrade the... I have full action groups now. Did I upgrade the VAB at some time and then completely forgot I did it? Maybe I did. Okay. Do I see myself ever making reusable boosters? I honestly don't find them worth the effort. I really don't. I mean, I've tried that kind of stuff in the past. I've done it. I mean, it's really simple to do, especially in KSP. If you just put a probe core on this booster, put a bunch of parachutes at the top, and just keep a little bit of fuel in it, just so, you know, when you stage it, and then you can deorbit it at your leisure at some point in the future, or you can get a mod like Stage Recovery to take care of it. It is really, really, really easy. I just don't know if I care. I just find it just a lot of effort for personally negligible gain. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. We'll stick on that variant. There with that. Ooh, I like that one. Let's see if I do the same one in this one. I like it. Okay. And I gotta adjust the thrust to weight ratio. There's a lot of thrust on this engine down here. Mainsail is a big one. Oh, and this is really just a fuel barge. Kerbal station fuel barge. Not really a module. Which actually begs the question, why do I have docking ports and stuff right here? But you know what, I'll keep it the way it is. Yeah, the decoupler shroud mod is nice. Maybe I will install that one. I like that one too. There's a bug that lets you access full action groups at the middle VAB level that you might have accidentally, I guess I did. I have quite a lot of cash, like I'm over 1 million Kerbal. I might be able to just legitimately upgrade the VAB. I just haven't really found the need to. I think I'm going for it. Save, launch, let's go. No more fussing about. Alright, so we are going to this station here, so we'll set that as a target. Just noticing our bases aren't here. These elliptical orbits are station components on their way out to Minmus. We'll have to keep an eye on those. I do have alarms set up. Yeah, they're coming up. I'm being asked, what do I think of Restock? I love Restock. Restock is a brilliant mod. I did not install this. I got this into my head that I was going to make this just a prettied up stock game with a better UI. So I'm still sticking with all stock parts for the most part. Except for like some really trivial parts. Like I do have Kerbal Engineer, so there's the Kerbal Engineer chip. And I do have things like decals I can put on. So that's why I stayed away from Restock. Also, the retexturing mod that I have installed does not work for Restock, though my understanding is that's being worked on. But generally, yes, I love me a Restock. Okay, and oh, SAS on would be a good idea. And once again, I did not upgrade the probe body, so I don't have locked prograde. Silly Billy. But no, Restock's one of my standard ones that typically I would use, except this time I didn't. We're just gonna have to kind of manually keep it around the prograde vector. And slowly pitch it over. Around 90 degrees on the heading, all at the same time. We're not pitching over particularly quickly, but I'm not someone who gets too wrapped up in making sure to hit, like, oh, at this altitude you should be at this pitch, and at this altitude you should be at this pitch. One thing is that does vary with the vessel. But secondly, I don't know. I find it just too fussy, and if you can, it's way more important just to stay in the vicinity of the prograde vector to limit your angle of attack than anything else if you want an efficient launch. And if you are fussing too much with controls, it's really easy to lose efficiency because of all the adjustments you're making, while you would have been better just staying to prograde. You know, if you have locked to prograde, just lock it to prograde, and unless you have to, just keep it locked to prograde. That would be my advice anyway. And I find this trick of reducing the throttle in the upper part of the insertion, if I come up too steep, it tends to fall over and go in for a nice insertion anyway once I reduce the throttle. So it makes that lower part not as critical, which I like. Okay, so we are going to lose that that booster pretty soon. I think I should just keep it on prograde at this point. And as per usual, I'm just keeping the apoapsis about a minute away. Putting my energy into raising that periapsis. Okay, just about there. Oh, I should also stage the fairing bits. Still don't have separatrons. I like to use a sepratron to blow away that nose cone piece. So right now it's still kind of stuck to us. Once I stop accelerating, we'll lose that. Are there any graphic mods that are good? I think there are plenty of good graphic mods. I feel like I've got a happy set of graphic mods installed. The list is down there in the description. But, so if you're happy with the graphics you're seeing here, you can take a look at that. Alright, almost at 80 kilometers on that Apo. And cut. Oh, there goes our nose cone. Can also probably... Now I can try 0. Yep, there goes the Communitron. I had that on. I don't think... Oh, I do have some lights. I ripped off the lights at the front, but I missed these lights. Okay, just about in space. Now we're in space. About to go into the dark. Not sure what you mean there. I'm sorry, I cannot say your username. Bunch of numbers and letters, but I'm not sure what you mean by a mod that makes the brake button a switch instead. I'm sorry, I might be missing something obvious, but I'm not sure what that's... I don't understand what's being said there. I know the words, what the words mean, I just don't know what you're getting at. Okay, final insertion. But then again, I do tend to miss obvious things. Just gotta get that periapsis up to 80, and this guy is parked. Alright, happy days. Again, I should not have used any of this fuel because it's turned off, which was the whole point. Alright, going to the station, going to the station. Let's see. Maybe about here-ish. I'd guess. Ooh, that's not bad. Not a bad guess. Make it so I can keep seeing those numbers. Ooh, might not be able to get that close. Might have a bit of an inclination difference, but that's okay. .7 kilometers it is. What's our inclination? 0.1 degree. It's amazing how little of an inclination difference, but that's okay. That's fine. So we got a 32 meter per second burn coming up in 3 seconds. There's still 466 meters per second even in here, so we're gonna have a ton of fuel to send over to our buddies here. I might just reduce this thrust limiter a little bit. There we go. Good evening, Ray Gaming TV. Glad you can make it. Oh, the B on the keyboard. For brakes. Oh my, this is what I mean by missing something obvious. Can you not get into the key bindings in this game and change the key bindings to anything you want? Am I crazy? Oh, you got me. Okay, I shouldn't do this right now. I thought you could change the key bindings in the games. I thought when you said brake, whatever. Don't worry about me. My brain goes to strange places. All right. Let's see. Burn. Go to about half throttle because it's not too much of a burn. I'm just going to look at our encounter indicators once they come up. There we are. And I saw 1.7, so I should be able to get at least that. Whoa, I overdid it. What else is new? Alright, 1.66 is good. 1.66 is good. Let me look again at that. I don't know. I thought... Of course, I gotta find out where it is in here. Controls. I thought you could get... Well, this isn't help. This isn't where it would be anyway. I could have swore at some point... Maybe I'm on... I think I'm on crack. I could have sworn at some point I changed key bindings myself. But I guess I'm just crazy. Because I didn't like the way driving rovers worked. But now that I'm looking at it, it doesn't seem like that's a pretty obvious thing. There is our station up there. And we'll see if we can switch off the docking port in the Cerberus too. That might not be a bad idea. Of course, I got extra docking port. There's an extra docking port right here. I could just bring that along and stick that to the station somewhere via EVA2. So there are a variety of options available to solve my docking port issue. Coming up quick. Now I did install an additional mod since last week, making it slowly less and less stock-like, and that is the Navball docking alignment indicator. I've done plenty of docking just using the stock tools, but it's such a nice mod, it just seems to make sense to use it. So you'll see it in action very, very shortly. Okay, I see a docking port here with my name on it, right? I can get it, I swear I can get it. There, set as a target. Bring down that encounter speed a bit too. Okay, control from here. Coming in a little quick. All right, that's good. Okay, spin around. So if I spin around here, as you'll see the Navball docking alignment indicator, as soon as you've got a docking port as a target, it puts this little icon on the Navball. And you put that there, and your docking ports are now in the same plane. You still have to steer it there, obviously. But it does make things a lot nicer. Boy, those thruster blocks are more than I need. Get ready to turn this off too. There. Yeah, it's such a simple solution. Just one extra icon on the Navball. Feels like it would have been lovely for that to just be a stock thing. I know there's docking alignment indicator, which presents a whole extra window on here, which actually is great too. Which is gives you some additional information, which is really nice and useful. But this gets the job done. Just gonna aim the camera here at the front. And boink. Okay, we're there. Let's toggle those reaction wheels. Toggle the torque. Don't want to have too many reaction wheels. And we're going to... Well, let's start actually with the Cerberus. We'll fill this up. So we got this tank. This tank. And this tank. I think those are all the tanks. We'll just start working our way down. Oh, that's the actual engine. Just go out, out. See if I can fill it up with just the leftover fuel from this guy. If I... Where is that? Yeah, I'm going to steal that docking port. Well, ooh. if I want to lose this... Okay, I was going to actually... Okay, I'm not thinking. I was going to detach this and deorbit it, but then I'm stuck with this. I gotta think about what I'm doing. Then I'll be stuck with this attached on here. Then again, I could make that a problem for another day. Okay, that's the deorbit fuel. Remember, this tank's almost empty too. We can fill that all up. We'll probably be able to take all of this. Yeah. Never mind. I'm going to take all of this, deorbit it, and then I'll steal that docking port. Because I don't think I have a 1.25 meter docking port up here. This entire station is constructed out of the small ones. Why do I turn off the reaction wheels? I find that if I have reaction wheels, especially if they are not in the same line, that you can get your stations starting to wobble a bit. They kind of have a fight with each other. Okay, those tanks are full. I also have a couple of little monopropellant dudes in there. So I just found just turning off all but, you know, like, there are reaction wheels here. These ones are on for the station. I think all the other ones are off is the idea. Okay, there is a monoprop here, out that. And I think that should have the Cerberus totally fueled. We'll check to make sure of that. That'll give us the ability to send our Kerbals on their way, which is good. So just hover over here and we'll just take a look at, there we go. Yeah, those are the only liquid fuel cans, and turn that one off, put on monoprop. Those are the only monoprop cans in that vessel. Okay, we're good? We're good, we're good. Next, I want to fill up this guy. Take that, out. Yeah, we're going to deorbit this. And this can fuel up multiple Cerberi in the future. Right, so that is nice and full. So basically that's now empty. That I left a little bit of fuel in here for the sole purpose of deorbiting. There's still a fair amount of monopropellant in here too, so let me take a look to see if there's any. That monoprop's full. Oh, I'm so stingy when it comes to monopropellant that I don't go through it very quickly. But we might as well top up what's here. There's probably, there has to be monopropellant in this thing, yep. And over here. And there must be monopropellant in this, yep. And oh, I know where I hid the other cans. Yep, I do. Okay, turn that off. There's two cans here. Hiding in those nose cones. Okay. Might as well fill up all. Where's this going? Out. There it goes. Might as well fill up everything that I can. Yeah, I know if you select it up there, you can. There's a funny little bug that when you select it, Windows. Oh, I turned that off when I did that. Don't do that. There's also the TAC fuel balancer, which is a great mod for these situations. All right, that tank's empty. See how these ones minimize? It's really weird. I'm not quite sure. There. All right, that's that. Boom, 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 and boom. And I might as well, because there's room for it, a little bit of monopropellant in that cockpit. Out you go. Okay. Okay, we're ready to head to Minmus. I don't think I'm missing anything. So what we're going to do, we're going to undock this, but I want that docking port. There we go. And then we're going to go and EVA our engineer. He's down there. Okay. Who is it? William? William C. Transfer crew. William C. Transfer you up to here. That was a mistake because he can't exit that one either. Transfer to here. And now I should be able to EVA William here. There he goes. He has RCS pack. Okay. We're just stealing a docking port. So I'll go very quickly into construction mode. Grab that. I guess that kind of worked, even though it's backwards. That's not where I want it. That was just a temporary sticky place. Just gonna grab here. And grab that. And I guess just here. It's not a bad spot for it. Whoa, 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 whoa. How is this thing suddenly coming right at me? What are God darn it. Wow, how did that happen? SAS. Oh, okay. Reaction wheels are off. How did that start moving so quickly? What happened there? That was weird. Okay. Not gonna worry about it. I got what I want. So you're gonna board. Oh, he's probably there. Now you're gonna. Oh! I didn't do a bug. No, I don't think so. I had a ghost Kerbal a little while ago, and people were telling me it's because I boarded when I still had the construction mode on. Okay, we're gonna deorbit this, get this out of the way before it can do any more damage. So electricity is dying quick. I don't know why. Oh, it's charging up again now. Periapsis is down to 43. I'm not sure that's enough to get it to deorbit, so we'll do a little bit of this monopropellant, like for the game to get there. Once it does that, you know you're good. Okay, that's going to go there. Okay, let's transfer our crew into there and send them on their way to Minmus. So. Transfer crew. We got Valentina in here. And then we have two scientists. Deluxe. And in, I guess, this back one here, we have Roland. Okay, so they should all be in that vehicle. That vehicle should be set and raring to go. Okay, where are we in our orbit? We're gonna go to Minmus. So we're gonna do our maneuver. Let's just detach and go. Undock. Uh-oh. Oh, why'd you do that to me? Why? Mean game. I went to switch vessels, switch to there, and then it doesn't let me switch back. Switch to here. Oh, Deluxe is still aboard the station. How did that happen? I got... okay, fine. Where are you? How did I... okay, put you here. Get aboard there, you rockhead. Obviously, I pushed something funny. Okay, now there's only... Do I have to move some Kerbals around for there to be room up the front? Board. I do. Okay. Let's... Oh, I'm on the station. There. Transfer crew. We'll send our engineer at the back. Pilot should be at the front. Oh, no, I don't have 2 scientists. I have 2 pilots. I have 2 pilots because that's a requirement of the contract, is to have 2 pilots. Okay. Is the only... I guess so. Toggle torque. Okay. Activate engine. Back away. Okay, so all fueled up. Yep, everything's good. All right, Minmus. Why? No, this isn't Moon Station. This is Kerbal Station. They're 2 separate stations. Moon Station is still in orbit about the moon. Nothing has changed. Now, the one thing is that this station is in an equatorial orbit about Kerbal, but of course Minmus's orbit is inclined, so we are, as you can see, going to be missing here. And missing by quite a lot. Now, there's a couple of ways to deal with it. One is you can if you put yourself at the AN and do your, or the DN if you do the ejection there, and then go ahead orbits until Minmus is in the right position. That will work, and then you don't have this bit, but I'm in a hurry, so I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to do this correction. I'll bring this down. This is about as bad as it's going to get. Go back to the first maneuver. And I can see I need to probably bring it down a little bit. And go forward in time. Okay, focus on Minmus, and we'll just fiddle with these. So the eventual goal... is going to be to go into a polar orbit about Minmus. Oh, this is working pretty well, just fiddling with the first one. Okay, now I'll go to the second maneuver and a little bit on this way. Now, actually, I just thought of something. I'm going towards the north, but are these 2 fellas going to the north? Well, you know what? It's okay. It doesn't matter because I'll find out. This correction's coming after them, so if I'm going the wrong way, I'll find out before I end up doing this second burn, and we'll fix it at that point. Okay, I'm just gonna go with this. So what do we got? We got in about 10 minutes. Is it on the opposite side of us? But no, this button gets us back here. There we go. Let's do a little bit of an avoidance maneuver. Just want to get away from the station before we blast out of here. Oh, I think there are more reaction wheels hiding in here, aren't there? Aren't there? Aren't there? Aren't there? Aren't there? Aren't there? That's the probodyne core. Those are batteries. It just feels like it's turning so slowly. Okay, I guess there aren't other reaction wheels. That's all there is. Okay, we're just gonna use RCS to move a little bit in a prograde direction here, just to get us to getting away from the station. And that will Oh, no, I should go the other way. Sorry, because it's on the other side of the planet. Oh, this is painful. Does this thing always turn this slowly? The 2 stations in the elliptical paths are modules for a future Minmus station. They're on their way. They were launched last stream. Sorry, I'm just realizing this is going the wrong way. This is my best way to avoid the station. I hate that. I'm going to just turn that gimbaling right off. There we go. So this will speed us up a little bit and should have us in front of the station. Are you sure there are no reactions wheels in there, Aben? Because it still feels slight. Okay. Did you activate the capsule's reaction? Oh, are they in the capsule too? Oh, for goodness sakes! What a dope! They're in the capsule too. I was so used to the roundy capsules. That's what. Yep. So that's what I was missing. All right. Is this full thrust? Yes. Let's go. Go into Minmus. Go into Minmus. I hope I did that right. I don't want to be worrying about driving into the station. I don't think I did it right. Nope. I think I did the opposite of what I needed to do. Oh my gosh. Just gonna do a little bit of a burn to get us moving. I think we're okay. Off to a prodigious start. And then, how are our maneuvers? We got 28 minutes. Maybe I should do those 2 burns. And then we got to build ourselves a lander so these folks can get down to the surface. We've got a lot of stuff on their way to Minmus. So, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. We're missing the station. That's all that matters. Bye, station. Yeah, you could probably do that. Nathan's mentioning KOS for handling reaction wheels. You could also attach them to an action group. But yeah, I bet you can make KOS. I bet you there's a docked status and you can have like a KOS script that just says, you know, when the ship status is docked. I'm wondering if there is a dock status. I don't know. I bet you there is. Maybe there isn't. But some sort of something that would detect that it's docked and then just toggle the... That'd be something to look into. Just do it automatically. No KOS in this series, though. Now, I won't, yeah, looking at Minmus is not going to help because there is a correction in the interim, so the best thing for me to do here is to simply burn this as accurately as I can. Alright, that's pretty good. There, delete that. Okay, there's our correction burn coming up. Let's check how we are coming in at Minmus. A lot of stuff coming at Minmus all at the same time. Focus view. A little bit off here. Let's put it on the maneuver. Is it a little bit more prograde will probably fix this better? Yeah. Right, that does more than the radial in and out. Sure does. And I might be adjusting this in a little bit once I get a look at what the other two are doing. But it should be good for now. Okay. Okay. So that burn's coming up in over a day and a half. We'll set an alarm. Where's the alarm clock? There we go. Create an alarm. I should have been labeling these alarms now that I'm looking at it. Maneuver, give me like, I don't know, 5 minutes warning. This is the maneuver for the Cerberus. Should have done that with the other two. And I think this is automatically attached to the vessel, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, active. No, that's not it. Okay, whatever. Add the alarm. Can I go to... Okay, if I click on this now, yeah, I can switch to this vessel. Okay, let's take a look at how our other ones are doing. So this, I think, is our core module. It is. For our Minmus station. Very similar to Moon Station, if you are keeping track. I didn't make much changes. What I want to do, though, is right now check, am I going to the north or am I going to the south? I'm going to the south. So, I immediately, after doing this burn, should go back and fix the other one. They should all be doing the same thing. Because if I have the crew going to the north while the station goes to the south, they're going to be approximately 180 degrees out of phase with each other when they get to their destination. Yep, that alarm. Just time warp so we're closer. We definitely don't want that. Okay, we'll put it on the maneuver. There's no reason to wait for this start burn-in thing to get down to 0 because this burn was never set up that precisely in terms of time. So I'm just going to go in this direction until we have a periapsis of 15 degrees, or 15 kilometers. Yeah, the thing you have to remember with KOS is it is not user-friendly. It was never designed as such. It's not a flight assist program like McJab or like Atmospheric Autopilot. They provide out of the box that kind of stuff. KOS, you got to program it. And for someone with limited, if you don't have programming experience, that can be pretty frustrating. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Might need to be adjusting when we get there. Again, gonna do another alarm. Create an alarm. This is for the SOI change. Gonna give me 5 minutes warning. 1 minute warning always feels too little for me. This is the SOI change for the core. And again, is there not a toggle for making sure that it's attached to the... I don't know. I'm always missing buttons. Okay, so add that alarm, and we're gonna go back to the Cerberus just temporarily because I realize now that it's not right. I'm gonna delete this maneuver or this alarm. Oh my gosh, I cannot. There we go. Focus view. I do like with the upcoming Kitten Space Agency, there is no map view. You simply zoom out, and that's your map view, which I think is pretty cool. Like that, it's seamless like that. Yeah, so what we got to do is bring this downwards, like so. Let me turn the scale down a little bit. Is that about 90 degrees? Close enough. We'll be making changes when we get there. Okay, let's create another alarm for that maneuver. This is again the Cerberus. Alarm, and we got to now do this one's coming up in, well, actually this one's coming up in 3 hours. We got time now to do. Let's go and stop clicking on things there. Let's go to the Space Center and build ourselves a lander and send it on its way too. All right, lander. Well, let's warp to daytime. Don't want to do a launch at night. And I'm going to build a brand new lander. I'm not going to just take my moon lander and steal it. I want to build a brand new lander because this lander is going to stay at the station and it's just going to go up and down from Minmus. And to be honest, that really doesn't take too much effort. It doesn't take a lot of fuel, so I don't need a lander that's going to be as big as my moon one. So I think I'll still keep it too crude. I think I'm going to keep it too crude. So we'll just use the what's this one? The P, right? That's my too crude one. I think so. We'll keep it with this. We'll take all the ablator off. Probably forgot to do that with the moon one, but because it doesn't matter, we'll take the crew out. Well, actually, leave the crew in for now. That'll help with the DAV. DV. Speaking of DV, this thing needs a budget. So, I can't remember. I think it's 180 on the DV map, but I always give myself a little bit more for that. So, I wrote down 270 for the landing and 220 for the ascent. Probably give myself a little more than that, but again, that's not a lot. I just multiplied them rather than adding them. Why am I doing this with a cal 490, for goodness sakes? Why did I get out a calculator? I don't know. I just decided. So about 500, maybe 5, okay. Let's see if we can build something that's a little squatter too. I want to build something that's fairly squat, if you know what I mean. So, we need cargo ability to hold cargo. So I do have this cargo container. It has 9 slots in it. I think that should be sufficient. And then what I'm thinking about, because I want to try and, is just do something like, come out over there, like maybe 3 of these? I'm just guessing. And then some landing gear. Get away with the really light ones. Get like a little light like this, and then some sort of engine on there. And I'm hoping like I can really go small, like a spark. Like, look at that. That's a huge thrust to weight ratio for Minmus. 1,000 meters per second. Already way more than I need. I'm only shooting for a little over 500. This is completely unnecessary to build anything big. What's my smallest fuel can? Is this... Oh, I got the Oscar Bs. Let's go with the Oscars. I might end up taking some of the fuel out of the Oscar Bs and just... Look at that. That's all I need. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy. Do I have the tank configuration mod? I do not, so... So what I think I shall do... Let's put on a few more of these, but take the fuel right out. This is really here just for structure. And then, like, this is the core of a lander right here. That's all it needs to be. I just don't need it to be much else than that. That's gonna store stuff. I gotta put on. Let's see what this is like once it has all the crapatola stuff in it. So the science stuff, so it needs a, this one. It needs a, what does it need? It needs stuff. It needs stuff. It needs the control center. It needs the goo experiment. That's for an actual contract I have for the goo experiment. We have the Grand Slam Seismic Accelerometer. Weather analyzer cleared. There it is. Doesn't help. So that needs 3 units of power. So it needs some solar panels. And if I have a level 2 engineer, that's 3 units of power. I don't know if I'll have a level 2 engineer, but I'll certainly have a level 1 engineer. So let's just put 2 of these on just to be safe. That's still a ton of fuel. Man, do I have ladders yet? I do have ladders. Okay, let's see if we can make something that's not so embarrassing looking. Put some lights on it. This one, or I can use the big one. I think I'm going to use the big one. The Kerbal LV Mobility Enhancer. Give this a test to make sure the ladder works and stuff before you know, we actually launch this. Excuse me. Plenty of clearance on the landing gear. Let's move these up a little bit just so that they're flush. That. Probably I'm gonna put an engine plate on the bottom of this. 1.25 meter engine plate. I have those, don't I? There it is. And that guy. That's just to ease with the next decoupler stage. What else should go in this thing? Don't block the hatch. Yeah, we'll test this to make sure the hatch isn't blocked. It needs a docking port. It's going to need RCS. I already have trouble. I should try and put on a big docking port. Yeah, it's like it's got a great big hat, but I don't see where else to put it, so we're gonna just stick with that. That didn't come out at all like I hoped. I thought I was moving these so that they are flush at the bottom. There we go. A reaction wheel. Yes, there are no reaction wheels on this side. Very, very true. I can hide a reaction wheel. Of course, when it comes to... I don't need anything big. I don't want to put the big one on, but a reaction wheel is a good idea. Now it's even more like a hat. RCS. So monopropellant needs to be hidden in here somewhere. It's not going to need much. I do have these little fellas. I think I might just kind of stick 2 on the side. I was thinking of putting them on top. I just think it's going to be way more than I need. But then again, it might look better on the top. Looks are meaningful too. All I'm doing is trying to center those. Alright, and thruster blocks. And obviously I'm just going to use the little thruster blocks, not the big ones. These are the little ones. And I just need 3. For goodness, like 6 of them all told. Let's put on this. Like 3 here. Unfortunately, it's four-way symmetry on the capsule, which is kind of frustrating. Ugh, and then I'm blocking the hatch. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to go with four-way symmetry just because of the way the capsule works. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring these so that they're kind of verticalish. Verticalish is a word, right? Like that the thrusters are up and down, and oh, my torque's already super small. And then I guess I don't like that it's four-way symmetry on the top, and again, maybe it's not a big deal. My torque's really small. Left, right, up, down, torque small. Forward. Okay, I'm so used to putting the same number on both the top and the bottom, but now I'm thinking, why? I don't need to do that. In fact, no, I'll just leave it. I'll just leave it. It's fine. Okay. Alright, so there we need lights. Always need lights. I like to have landing lights when you're coming down. Like so. Just going to angle them a little bit more. Seems like a sensible place to put them too, right here. Local. Put it back on absolute. Which one is... Are any of these... Oh, they are pointing in funny directions. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's try this again. Like so. That works. That works. Okay, and we need sort of navigation-y lights. Now, can I get into... I might... Just because... Here, let's play with textures a little bit. Oh, I don't have textures on you. Oh, I just have make it shiny or Bob Ross. Let's make it shiny, but what I'm looking at is I'm gonna see if I can make this... Is there no Bob Ross mode for the docking port? Aw, man! Yes, there is. I was clicking on something else. Bob Ross. Okay, maybe keep the base like that. Oh, that's that. Ah. Okay, I want to change... I wanted to change that, but I can't. Clearly it's not expecting that to show. Bring that down like so. We're going to open up the coloring GUI. This is the turd mod that allows me to do this. And I'm looking at what's red. And I want to change the red to sort of match that kind of silvery metallic that's down there as well. So silver metallic. So I think that looks a little better. Maybe what's steel metallic like? That's a little darker. Platinum metallic. Just want to make it look so it's not so, I don't know, blends in a little better. Chrome. Ooh, that is too shiny. Too shiny. Too shiny. Let's go with platinum. Then we'll leave maybe the docking port alone. Oh wait, we've got to change that green to something else though. That green color can be... What if I just made it like a black color? See, I don't think that looks terrible. And then there's these little blue handles here that I can also adjust. And we'll make those like just a steely color. Or maybe brass. There. Like it. Done. Closed. Just make the docking port look a little better. Okay. Bump. Can make this shiny. Make this shiny. No, I can't. Not everything changes. Okay. Oh, that causes the top of the... I don't think it looks too bad. I think it's fine. Are there reaction wheels in there? There are. I'm going to try and see if I can find a better spot for them. That's if I can grab them. That might be easier said than done. Might have to give up. Okay, I'm giving up. Giving up on trying to grab the reaction wheels. Okay, bump. Lights, more lights. I still need more lights. I need navigation lights. Navigation lights. So this is dorsal. So this is port and starboard. We're gonna put 2 like so. Oh, the other one's oh, it's right on the window. That stinks. You know, that's what life's like. Life's full of disappointments. Let's see if we can local that. Just kind of tuck that into the texture a little bit. Covers the window a little bit, but it's not terrible. And we'll make that shiny white. That would have to be the red one. And I'm going to make it blink. And then this one removed from symmetry, and it's going to be the green one. And then we'll do a couple more. Don't know where, though. We are running out of places to just stick lights. I think I'm just going to put a couple back here. Don't think not on this side, just on here. Just some blinky white lights. One like that. Excuse me, water. Just gonna get a drink of water. Yeah, nice and shiny. White. Blink on, and then I'll just flip that one. Like so. Alright, that's it. I'm done for lights. I'm done for... Oh, don't forget solar panels and batteries. See, this is why I have you guys around. Solar panels and batteries. This is getting heavier by the moment. Still pretty good. Remember, I was only shooting for a little over 500, so I'm still pretty good. Solar panels and batteries, a good idea. And an antenna would be a good idea, too. I'm going to... like that, 3 right beside it like that, all the way around. Sure. And I got an idea for the solar panels. I do have an idea for the solar panels. We're gonna move these a little bit this way, a little off center. Well, I do have deployable solar panels. Maybe that's not. Nah. We're gonna put them right here. Maybe electricity. Oh, I also should put on. Oh my God, there's way more science that's got to go on this thing. What was I thinking about? I got to science this thing up. We've got to science this thing up. I'm gonna take this whole bottom bit off. Put on. Oh, this is gonna add some weight. Okay, we're gonna be getting bigger, and we're gonna put on a goo. On a goo, just one. I wasn't even thinking. And barometer, thermometer, seismic accelerometer. I'm gonna redesign this. I can already tell. The magnetic boom doesn't work on the surface, but I don't have one in the vicinity at all, so I might end up bringing it there just to do some magnetic boom in orbit, and then... But now this thing is hardly compact, is it? What am I doing? I was hoping to make this thing really tiny. I'm going to rethink this whole storage system. These three here. This whole engine plate can come off. That's coming off. I just want to really... I'm really going for something compact. I think I'm going to be filling up these fuel cans here too. But that's not a bad thing that they're not. That I still have that option. I might end up having to put a bigger motor on it too. We'll see. Storage. What about... These have 3 slots, these have 3 slots. Are they the exact same weight? So, no, these are lighter. Okay, we're going to do a lot of tweaking here. Just a sec. Remove from symmetry. Throw you away. Remove from symmetry. Throw you away. I don't want the front of the... Remove this from symmetry. Throw it away. It's getting uglier by the moment. Life without a plan, folks. Life without a plan. And another set of batteries. Between here. Okay, these guys then can get tucked up a little bit more. And find better homes for the science equipment too. I can make it work. Oh, that went over there. That's weird. Excuse me. Sorry. Right there. I thought I had this on 3-way symmetry. Sorry, I'm just going to take a cough drop real quick. Okay, that one's in the right spot now. All right. I have a plan. I have a plan. Shoot, I hit the wrong one. Okay. Don't forget to fix RCS at the bottom. Yeah, I'll have to fix the RCS too. So there are my 2 storage containers. I'm gonna just sort of sneak the science around. Oh, we can put science on the Oscar B's here. Okay, it's not gonna let me not be in 3-way symmetry. So I'm just gonna remove the other ones in just a little bit. Oh my gosh, this is turning into a... Okay, so there's science, 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 science. The goo, I don't like where that is, so I'm going to stick it on the opposite side from all of that mess. Again, it won't let me not be in three-way symmetry, so I'm going to have to put one there. And then just go around and remove the other ones. There is going to be a mass discrepancy. I do have this... do the same thing. Like it is unbalanced. We'll have to deal with that in a bit. Oh my gosh, but there. I've now scienced it up. I got this stuff for the science equipment. I'm hoping that's enough. Let's find out. So I had the Kerbal thing, the goo thing, the Grand Slam thing, and two solar panels. See, it'll fit. Oh, don't, no. Bad. I need a little bit more storage. Oh, you evil game. This is getting worse by the moment. I'm gonna put you on top because I don't know where else to put you right now. I'll figure out the solar panels. I'll put the solar panels up here for now. Maybe that is just... I just needed more storage suddenly. Okay, now I got more storage. So again, that is the goo monitor, the control center, the Grand Slam, and 2 solar panels. This one will turn left quickly. Yeah, we'll deal with that in a little bit. Hopefully anyone will deal with that in a little bit. You got me thinking. I might end up putting... Okay, I'm gonna put on more fuel. So I filled up those guys. Oh. Okay. And I think I'm gonna put on... Well, it is Minmus. I can get away with a smaller motor. I think the Terrier's just gonna be too much. I could, I've done this before too, just scatter a few ants around. Put all those on the same stage, just to get a bit more thrust. Here, I can, where's the attachment nodes? We got single, double, triple, quads. Come on, attach to those nodes, you stinkers. All at the same. Is there a 6 one? No, 4. Oh, 4x1 is perfect. Yeah, let's go with that. That's one in the middle there. Okay. And I think I have an option to... Yes, I do. Well, now I have so much delta V again. You know what? Just leave it that way. We'll just... Okay. So one of the things that was coming up was this thing will want to turn left. Oh wait, let's place these solar panels and then we'll be done. Is not a pretty thing. I'm also worried that 3 really isn't a lot for solar panels here. I could just keep them up around the front. I mean, that's not... I don't... You know, maybe that's a better idea. Just like that. Why not? Okay. Okay, now, torque. Because the center of mass is really not pretty, there is a torque imbalance, but I should be able to adjust that by just moving this one main engine. Again, the reaction wheels in this game are pretty forgiving too. Barely needs to move. It's not bad. There we go. You'll never know. You never know I did that. Well, you guys will know. What do you think? Are we there? I'm thinking we're there. RCS I gotta look at again. People were pointing that out to me. All of the thrusters are good. Torque is fine. Right, left, up, it's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna leave it. We can probably change these to just be gray to match the containers that they're on. So if I take the red part and just make them, is there a stock? There's a stock light gray. Oh yeah, perfect. Take the blue part, make them black. Lovely. Turn them a little bit this way. Hey, I have this tool picked, but it's the... I got the move tool when I had selected the rotation tool. Now it won't let me click on that at all. Oh wait, close this. That messes it up. Oh shoot. Control Z. There we go. Just noticed they weren't quite. What do we think? What do you think? And this I gotta give a name. This is going to be, gotta begin with a K. And I was going through the Apollo landers and there's a... I did the Eagle, I did the Intrepid. Apollo 13 had the... I was going Aquarius, but Aquarius doesn't seem to work really well. The next one was... Oh my gosh, it also began with an A. I looked it up just before the stream. Antares, I think it was. Cantares is what this is. And this is a Minmus lander, so this is the Minmus, M-I, crewed lander dash 04 for 4 crew, maybe just 4 crew dash 01, otherwise known as the Cantares. That's terrible. And I'm sure my naming conventions have been completely inconsistent. I'm thinking this is okay. I like Nathan. I'm thinking this is okay. Okay, I do want to test this to make sure that Kerbals can get in and out okay. So we're going to save this. We're just going to launch it right here. No, it's 2 crew. 2 crew on this guy. Okay, and all I'm checking is, can crew get out? Yep. Can they climb down said ladder? One thing I learned in this game is to keep the ladder well away from the landing gear. If they're really close together, you can get really funny physics happening. Okay, he gets a little stuck here. In fact, he gets very stuck there. Oh shoot, I gotta recover. I should have done this as a simulation. Ah, frackety frou. Okay, that's okay. Because I don't have the ability to revert back to the VAB. Oh, I typed 4. Okay, thank you. I did. Okay, let's recover. Get back into here. You're right, I typed 4. I don't know what I was thinking about. Or I typed 3. I probably said, there we go. CL Crewed Lander 201, I guess. Can't hear you. Okay. I was noticing he was getting stuck here. So this is a bit of guesswork. But I'm thinking I probably have to pull it out like this. Let's try that and save it. And this time I'll do a simulation. Simulate on the launch pad. Think I should remove the parentheses? I think I did that with my... I don't know. Right now it's okay. Out. Down. That part works fine. Okay, back up. Board. He's in. Okay. End simulation. Boom. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. A ton of fuel on this thing. Like, that is the one thing. Okay, retract that lander, or ladder. Retract these guys. Now we got to get this thing to Minmus. Oh my gosh. I kind of... It's an ugly thing, but I actually kind of like it. Of course, that could be just, you know... Mothers always like their children. They always think their children are perfect. Okay. Action groups. Oh, it needs an antenna. See, now I don't have those action groups. That's funny. Okay, on the light, I want to take off those Mark 1 lights. Not the navigation ones, but the, what do you call these ones? The illuminator. Those come off. I want to attach those to the gear action group so that they will toggle on when the gear toggles on. And I need an antenna. That's easy to stick somewhere. Right? Where can we put an antenna? Anywhere? Anyone? Doesn't really matter. Right here's where it's gonna go. It's sticking out the side, just like that. Okay. Saving it. Next. Okay. I need a 1.25 meter docking port. Alright, sorry. Not the docking port, of course. A decoupler. And then what do I got for fairings? We're gonna put a fairing around it. I do have the big 2.5 meter fairing, so that should enclose this very nicely. It's completely like this. Okay, we're gonna take our crew out. This is definitely going up uncrewed. And let's just check. That's fine, that's fine. What's what? Okay, that's that. That makes sense. You know what? This thing's gonna end up... No, that's good. Like that. What is this? Oh, that. Disable that. Can I disable that? Disable staging. I'll never do that. And the fairing, yeah, okay. So now what I want is I want to build a vessel that will basically get it to Minmus. So I'm looking, Minmus transfer is 930, 150 for the capture. Get out my calculator again. So 930 plus 150 for the capture, plus an arbitrary about 1,000. I'm at about 2,000, 2,100 meters per second. I'm not gonna do anything fancy. Let's see, I'm at the 2.5 meter size, so maybe this with a poodle? That might even be too much. It's way more than I need. So let's scale down a little bit. This guy. What about... And then the poodle was a little much, so maybe again go with a cheetah. That's a little wimpy, but way too much fuel. Again, I'm aiming for this stage to be about 2,100. $2,200. I like the DV, or I like the thrust to weight. I think I might just go with this. What happens if I take off that? Yeah. 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 Now we'll build a booster under it. So with my 10 that, and then plus about 3,600. I'm looking at a... Oh, wow. What did I do there? 30, 40... That's... 47. Let's call it 47. 47. So I need another... And again, I'm not counting the lander stage in this at all. I want it to be 47 by this second stage. That guy... Oh, that looks like stink on a stink. Why does it do that? Okay, fine. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put an engine plate on you. That engine plate right there. You're gonna go here, and engine plates to the rescues once again. Nope, that doesn't work, but that does. Alright, go smaller. Is that too small? Yeah, it's a little small. A little bigger. Right there. No. Bad. It doesn't need to be that long. There. Okay, there. And now we need a booster on the bottom. Let's go wide again. Let's get another one of those. Nope. This guy. And then we'll go this guy. And then we'll go... Bobcat. That might be... No, that's not enough. Skipper. Skipper looks good. Again, I'm shooting for, I've completely forgotten, 1140. Oh, I like it. 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 I think that should work. It doesn't even look terrible. Thought it was going to look worse. There. There, and let's just check staging. That will stage there. This will go... What is this one? Oh yeah, where did my... That goes with that. That. Oh, I don't need a decoupler here. Are people saying that in the chat? Yeah. Don't need this decoupler now. Makes me go big, and then I gotta go small. That's why I got the extra. I'll go smaller. Is the cheetah? Does the cheetah have a 1.875 meter variant? I don't think so. There are no. You can't make it. I think just because I took that shell off, I'm fine with it. That's why I think I got. It's okay. Okay, that goes on the same as the cheetah. That's right. You got this fairing that's in here. That'll likely go somewhere around here. And what is that decoupler? That decoupler should be with that motor. Oh, all these motors should be at the same time. I feel like I got an extra. What's this one? Oh, again, I put in a decoupler when I don't need a decoupler because I got the engine plate. That's what I keep messing up. There. Now this goes to here. The engine plate is a decoupler. Nice. I'm happy. I'm happy. We're going to turn the thrust limiter down on this guy a little bit. And we're just about ready to send this fella to Minmus. Some launch clamps. We will do some action grouping. We will take the gear. Oh, no. The brake action group. I'll use that to toggle my fairing. I always like to toggle the fairing with an action group as opposed to and then I can stage it when I want rather than using the staging diagram. I think I'm good. I'll put no, I think I'm just gonna go with this. Apple. Why am I doing that? Why am I doing that? Don't do that. What do you think? I'm thinking this is it. This is it. Let's just do it. Save. Launch, she says with trepidation. This vessel has no... Oh, for goodness sakes, I didn't put any kind of probe body on this. You absolute McSmellin head. I really should put a probe body in this thing because... because I might be sending it down without a pilot. I do have the Octo. The Octo's the... I always get these mixed up. No, the Hex is the better one. Where can I put you, Hex? Where can I put you? Why? Why? Is there really no... Where did the... I thought I put a reaction wheel in. It is. Somehow it's sunk into... The reaction wheel's like really... This is the reaction wheel, is it not? I don't like it. It's being weird. It's sort of in the center of everything. There, I can take you out. Okay, here we go. Rebuild. Reaction wheel. I don't think I need the reaction wheels if I have the probe core. Probe core. Docking port. And we're going to be a little bit... Oh, I know. Now I see exactly how I ended up doing that. Okay. Why it was in the middle. I'm going to be a little surreptitious, and that's going to go in there. So it doesn't look any different. There. Back off. And this is going back onto here again. Okay. Doing it. We're doing it. You know, I might sneak a little bit more fuel in here. Just a little bit. Doesn't hurt to have more fuel. I'm gonna sneak in one of these. Nope, not one of those. One of these. Do I still have enough thrust? Barely. Okay, let's then change my mind. Sneak in one of these up here. Doing that again. That makes me feel a little better, I think. Do I seem to... Oh, I'm in Atmo, that's why. fussing. Do it, 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 do it. That took way too much fussing. And I'm looking at the time of the stream too. So we're going to launch this. This is going to be our 4th thing on its way to Minmus. We are going to go launching. We're going to Minmus. So we're going to do this proper like. Keep that on and launch into the correct inclination, into the correct plane. So set that as a target. We're going to turn on that second HUD of Kerbal Engineer, which really helps with this because I have this time to the relative ascending and descending nodes. And we are right here. And it looks like I just missed a window. I believe I did. Maybe not. I believe I did not. Nope, according to this, we're just under 5 minutes away. Okay, so it's time warp. And I need to launch towards the north 6 degrees. Okay. So I'm looking at this time to relative ascending node. When that's at 0, we launch. Wow, that lander became way more fussy than I... And usually when I get that fussy, that usually means I ended up missing some things. But I'm hoping this isn't the case. Okay. SAS on, throttle up, and we're just about, well, we can launch now. Let's go. Boom. Go, 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 go. Do I have Kerbal construction time? I do not. No, I really wanted to make this, the gameplay component of this, very stock-like. So I avoided Kerbal construction time because that does change a lot. Wait a minute, I'm going to the north 6, so about 84, 83 degrees would be a good heading. Okay, lock that onto prograde, see what we got. And for whatever reason, the engine is uber-duper quiet. In fact, I think I hear the like atmospheric sounds more than I hear the engine sound. Also pitching over a little bit too quickly. But I'm trying to keep this heading at 83 degrees. Actually, it's looking pretty good. Now it's looking pretty good. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Have I ever used mandatory RCS? No. Honestly, doesn't sound like fun. So I'm assuming it unnerfs or like the reaction wheels in KSP are ridiculously powerful. So I'm assuming that mandatory, this is a gas, mandatory RCS takes those reaction wheels and makes them not nearly as crazy as they are in the game, so that you have to use RCS to actually maneuver your spacecraft. Bingo. I mean, I played RP1, so you definitely experienced that with RP1. All right, we're going. This is so quiet. Like, the engine is actually, I think, completely silent. I think I was hearing the wind just a little bit ago. And that's it. How's my inclination doing? Inclination 5.7 degrees. No, 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 no. Keep you on surface, please. Until this says 6. Until that says 6. Yeah, sometimes I find this. The engine sounds just drop off. Okay, 5.9 degrees on the inclination. And 6. Now we're going to lock that onto orbit. And it should stay at 6. Okay, we're about 50 kilometers, so I think it was brake, if I'm not mistaken. It sure was. There we go. We can put our lights on for whatever they're worth. Oh, we're about to lose our quiet stage. Maybe the next stage will have a little bit more noise to it. Not really. Full throttle on that cheetah engine. This should do the whole rest of it of getting it to the space station. I know that was a lot of fussing, but I'm actually reasonably happy with the final result. I don't think it looks terrible. Start reducing throttle again, keeping that apoapsis nearby. I'm hoping she will serve me well. We can extend the antenna. I did not put that on an action group, I don't think. And just about at 80 kilometers on the apoapsis. Beautiful. Let's just get there. Do it. Periapsis is 37 kilometers in the positive, so we hardly have anything left. There is 1,517 meters per second left in the vehicle. Remember, all this has to do is get a capture around Minmus. I'm not counting this fella at the top. How do I do the turns so effectively? I have such an exact perfect fuel so effectively and have such, I don't know if I have an exact perfect fuel amount. I know there are people that do, sorry, I do have to do this, that do this much more efficiently than I do. But honestly, for the most part, I kept that just locked to prograde. If you notice, I don't think I ever, and just adjust the throttle. And don't spend a whole lot of time just fussing with it. That's the main thing. I don't know how much fuel I actually used. I actually overbuilt this a little bit because I wanted to make sure I had enough fuel. Oh, the only reaction wheels are in the probe body that I hit up here at the top. So she's a tad sluggish. She is a tad sluggish, but she is in orbit. And I think I'm ready to get to Minmus, but I'm looking at the time of the stream and I'm thinking, you know what? This is probably a good time for me to call this one. I'm just going to turn that gimbal limit way down because I hate seeing that jiggle. So next week, please join us. We'll be sending this to Minmus. Don't forget, we have 3 other vessels, which include 4 crew on their way to Minmus, all to handle 4 different contracts I think I have. All of that's coming up next week. No more building. It's just going to be getting that mission done. So in the meantime, I want to thank everybody in the chat. I want to thank everybody who's watching this at a later date. And of course, an extra special thank you to the Patreon patrons and YouTube members who help to support this channel. Have yourself a fantastic week, and we'll see you all next Tuesday. Bye, everybody.